Testing. This is not a test. Your regular broadcast will no longer be aired. Is anyone else as confused as I am? I mean, I literally I'm really just wound up, for lack of a better term. And I really haven't been. I've kind of let everything that's going on just pass through my mind. I haven't thought too much about it. It's kind of like it is what it is. Especially with everything that we've seen in 2020 coming into this year, it's like it's kind of like, well, nothing can faze me anymore. But with what I'm seeing lately, and I find myself digging into it because I would like to know, because I feel like the world is at a point where, it's like, does anything matter right now? Especially with like doing this kind of stuff for me, it's like, well, if I'm just putting out these pointless videos, just babbling, does anybody care? Is it going to matter a year from now? Am I going to be here? And, I've, like I said, I've been able to, keep that in the back of my mind and just keep moving forward. And not thinking about that stuff. Cause it's like, if I just sat here and stayed in the mindset that nothing matters, then I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be productive. And I feel like it's messing with a lot of people, and I can see why. I sympathize with those people because we're in this, and I wish I would have kept it, but the stream got all messed up. But I did this stream about cognitive dissonance. We're just in this constant state of being unaware of what's really going on. If you're tuning in, hello, state your name and your business. Welcome to the show. My name's Marcus, by the way. This is Reflect on Records. And this is a channel for me to really look at my past, my present, and be hopeful for the future. I do these videos, not just for myself, mainly for myself, but for others, a place where people can, join in and, voice their opinion, have a record to our lives. And I think we're really at a pivotal moment, in our lives. Most definitely. I mean, and not just for the U.S. I mean, I feel like I feel like, if, not that everyone relies on the U.S., but in reality, if we decide, or if things do come crashing down, not only with our economy, but with our government, with, just everything about the U.S., I feel like it's going to be a domino effect for the rest of the world. I mean, a lot of our music, and not to sound arrogant, and I don't know too much about anything with this kind of stuff. I feel like it's not just the United States, especially if we are going to war. I mean, what does that mean? And I think, a big part of me wanting to do this, I mean, I was just laying in bed. Yeah, I got up early this morning and once again was digging into all this. I'm just one of those people. If I can't figure it out, I strive to know answers. And if I can't find answers, it bothers me. So I spent, most of the day, the last few days. And I think a lot of people have. And that's a big reason why I'm doing this. Like, I want a place that hopefully, people will come to. I don't know if they will. Maybe you'll see this tomorrow. But I was hoping tonight to do this live and to connect with some viewers and just, maybe get some peace of mind. Um, it's crazy out there, folks. It really is. I mean, we're at a point. We're 2 days away from an inauguration, which is, and I've never paid attention to the inaugurations. I mean, literally, I've known who the president is. I've watched, when voting comes around, that kind of stuff. But I've just never really paid attention to it. And it's like this year, you have no choice but to know what's going on. It's so in your face. I mean, with the pandemic and lockdowns and all that stuff, like there's not much else going on. So it's like all of this drama is so in your face, like that you can't help but see it and hear it, and be a part of it. And as much as I don't want to be political or know anything about it, or I don't really care anything about it, I feel like it obviously directly affects my life. So, like I said, I was hoping that if you're here and you're watching, that maybe you could give an input, like what do you think is going on? I mean, I've seen so many different, scenarios to, what the possibility could be of what's happening. Um, you know, one, being that, from what Trump has said all along, that there's this swamp, this deep state swamp. And um, and I can't even, this is how much I follow. I can't even word it for what it really is, in the news, in the media, online. Um, let's see if I can find this post. This person kind of summed it up. And that's a big thing. It's like I feel like we need a purge from the internet and from TV. I think what really, and I've heard rumors of this blackout, happening supposedly. Um, and I think it would be a good thing for people to just not know what's going on and really focus on what's in front of them, their family, themselves mainly, like your personal well being, your health, getting out and just disconnecting from this strange world that seems to be consuming us. Um, I'm just trying to see here. And that's just, I've kind of been on Reddit. Reddit's kind of my source lately. And someone says, honest question, how many of you truly believe that anything other than an inauguration is going to happen in the next couple days? Just as simple as that. I'm, the poster says, I'm damn sure nothing is going to happen because, well, nothing ever does. And that's the truth. Like, we've been getting ramped up. And it's like, it's almost like I wish, I'm almost hopeful that we just go back to a super dry presidency with the Biden administration, and we barely know they exist, you know um but another big part of me says, well, it's nice to know that they do exist and that they're hearing our voice, and they're not just some, what it felt like before is like we almost had a shadow government that they ran our lives from behind the scenes, and they really didn't want to know that, they didn't want us knowing. It felt to me that they didn't want us knowing that they existed, but they wanted to know everything about us. They knew that we existed and they knew everything about us, but they stayed in the shadows. um and I can't help but think it's a big, um like psyop, just to divide everybody. um what is it here? I should have been more prepared for this, and I apologize if I'm not. Let's see here. And I know that you become what you surround yourself with. and what you look into and what you choose to feed your mind. Like I said, I've chosen for so long not to feed my mind with this nonsense, but it's just so in your face. Like, even today I woke up and I had an alert of something new through Reddit, and someone posted this this wow, I'm at a loss for words, and maybe I shouldn't even be concerning myself with this topic because I don't know enough about it. Like I said, I'm here to try and get answers, and hopefully I can. You know, it'd be great to talk to some other people. And I don't know how far this is reaching. I know that it's been keeping me up, and I couldn't just lay there anymore. And I didn't want to just dig into information anymore. I wanted to connect with real people and see what they had to say about it. But so anyways, I'll try to pull this up here. Create a different tab. If we go to scene 2, window capture. There we go. Okay, so the thing was, what happens when you type in, it's kind of stupid now that I look back at it, but like, it's like this kind of thing. It's like everything is set to mess with your head. So you literally just have no, and maybe I'm just not smart enough to look past all the BS, all the smoke and mirrors, but I know that I'm not the only one. I know that. Like, there's so many other people that are either feeding into this or at least skeptical about what they're hearing. But so anyways, it's how many days until 2021? I'm not even sure it's still gonna work. It says 23 hours and 15 minutes until 2021. Now, I did find out that, in earlier it said that there was like 5 hours and some odd minutes until, it's this countdown. I'm not even sure you can see it. Whoops. You can't even see it. Well, this really isn't working so well. So anyways, forget about that. It's actually really stupid. So anyways, it was on Google, you type in how many days until 2021, and when I did it, it was like noon, and it said 5 hours. But I come to find out that it's military time. So 2021 in military time is 8:21. So it's like, but it's like little things like that. Like, is there people that are paid to like dig up weird crap like this? Like, it's just, it really just boggles my mind. Like, I really wish I could find. What I was actually. Hey, thanks for another like. I really appreciate that. Whoever's tuning in. I really wish I could find this post. It was like, if someone was just saying, there's basically 2 outcomes or 3 outcomes of, what could really happen. But it's like, okay, so if this military presence in DC right now is, truly for to protect, to have a peaceful transfer, and if that's why the National Guard is there and they're being sworn in and deputized, which means that they can arrest and detain, and they can act as police officers on U.S. soil. They have, hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Say hi. Don't be afraid to, you know, drop any questions that you might have, any topics that you want me to touch on. I'm just kind of babbling, ranting about my views of what's going on and how I feel about it. Like I've got a lot of questions, which I figured most others do as well. Um, but so if they have the military there for this, inauguration for a peaceful transfer of power, and hear me out. Yeah, like I said, I don't have the answers. Um, so if they have the military there or the National Guard for, why aren't they just coming out and saying it? Like, I remember when COVID first hit. President Trump and General Milley were on TV and they were saying, well, because of this COVID thing, cartels were trying to, move product. They figured that we were weak and they were going to move product since things were shut down. And I remember General Milley stepped up and he's like, don't try it. You will not get past Jump Street. Like, we are in full effect. Like, don't take this as our weakness. So it's like, if they're worried about, um, Trump supporters or BLM or Antifa or whoever it may be coming out and disrupting, this inauguration, why wouldn't they just come on TV and say, hey, we have the power, obviously. Well, not, not antagonize people, necessarily, but just say, hey, if you're going to show up to cause trouble, you will be met with force. The military is there for this reason. You'll be arrested. You could possibly be shot. You'll lose your freedom. Like, why not just say it? But they're not. And maybe they have somewhere, but I haven't seen it. There's nothing from the president. It seems very strange. And then I see that, so they're deputizing these National Guard members, and they were handing out rifles today, but with no magazines. It's like nothing. Everything is about disinformation. And it's like, and I've been watching this show lately. American Gods. Give me a like if you've been watching that and you know anything anything about it. It's this huge, this guy, he went through a rough patch and then he like stumbles into this storm. They're talking about this storm, and it's between gods of the old world and gods of the new world. And the gods of the new world, as far as I've gathered, is technology. And there's just, this guy is just super confused. He's in the middle of this war and he's learning things that he knows nothing about. And he in the last episode that I watched, I believe it was season 3, episode 2, the newest season, he's like, he freaks out. He's like, I'm tired of the riddles. I am so sick of these subliminal messages and not knowing what's going on. What could really be happening besides what they're saying in DC? Well, what are they saying? That's what I'm wondering. And I don't know if you've been listening for a while now, but that I'm just wondering. So we need this strong of military presence to combat what? It's a ghost town. What are they saying that's happening? That's what I'm wondering. I'm not saying that there is anything more, but it just seems odd. It's very, very odd to me. I've never seen anything like this. Have you? I mean, I don't believe that anyone has seen anyone storm the Capitol in at least a while, but from that all the military activity is for the inauguration, but then military troops themselves say it's been planned for months. Okay, so are you questioning what's going on? It sounds like you're not even sure. And that's why I'm here is, I'm only, stating this because it seems I know I'm not the only one questioning what's really going on, okay? Yeah, so the military says it's been planned. I was asking my thought. Oh, okay. And that it's kind of hard with, and I wasn't trying to be defensive. Um I feel like I'm defensive with everything that's going on, but what I think is going on is, we're protecting or the military's there to protect the White House because they have gotten significant they've gotten a significant amount of intel that states that there's something else going on. They're not afraid of us. It's not us. It's not these Trump supporters. I mean, as much as I would like to believe that we have patriots that um, have significant firepower and are willing to fight for our country, anyone with their own opinion or thoughts, what we're seeing should send up red flags. Could you reword that? I guess I don't understand what you're saying. But my opinion is I don't think that the military is there, um, to protect from people disrupting it. I mean, maybe, maybe. I just and I've seen some big patriots, from where I'm from. I mean, where I'm from, I'm in Northland, Minnesota. I mean, and there we got the bike riders, we got the farmers, and we have the patriots. I mean, where I'm from is like Trump Town, USA, if there ever was one. And like I said, there's the motorcycle clubs that are heavily armed, a lot of firepower. And but I just don't believe it would be anything to match, going to DC and causing a disturbance. Anyone with their own opinion or thoughts, what we're seeing should send up red flag. Yeah, and that's I totally agree with you on that. What we are seeing does send red flags to the American people, but that's where I'm wondering, like, um, where's the chief and commander letting us know, like, it just doesn't add up. What is the message? Don't you think? And Trump ordered them there. Like, you would think, he I believe that he feels that he's got a very good stronghold on his supporters. So you would think he would be confident enough to stand up and say, "Hey, I'm leaving. It is what it is. We'll try harder next time. Like, be civil, be responsible. Let's be adults." Like, he's not saying anything. And the other day he was at the wall in Mexico, at the border. And it was kind of weird. I thought that the picture, the angle that they were shooting, the wall was like right behind him. It was like 300 yards out. It's not even finished. It's like, well, what's up with that? I don't know. And I feel like no matter what you talk about on this topic, it creates diversity. And I don't want that, especially on like a YouTube channel. Like, this is kind of like, it's kind of like a business for me, like, if you start posting your political opinions, it's bad for business because you want to relate to everybody. I'm just here because I was hoping that I could get some enlightenment. Um, and God, I really wish that I could find this. It's so weird. Like, it might have got removed. And that's one thing I've noticed, like even on, on Reddit, like you have to, follow the guidelines. I get that. But usually on Reddit, you can kind of post whatever. And I've just noticed anything having to do with DC. Like I took a picture from a video on YouTube of the soldiers um, lined up, and I was just wondering what the patch was. Their on their signia, their patch on their shoulder underneath the flag, and I posted that to um, one of the, you know, I don't even know what the hell you even call them on Reddit. One of the subreddit pages, I don't even know. It was called, what is this? And they said we're not accepting any posts about DC right now. And it's like, I didn't say anything about DC. Wasn't asking anything about DC other than the flag or the patch that's on a soldier that's in DC. Like, how did they know that? Like, it feels like everything's being sifted through. We're not allowed to talk about it. Um, and that's what scares me. It's like, through all this, is our freedom being stripped away? Like that's what worries me. Especially being on, YouTube and trying to have a channel. It's like, well, how much more can I say? Maybe I should start reviewing products and, pushing that agenda, and then I might have a voice. Cuz right now I don't feel like I do. I feel like I have to, I'm walking on eggshells. I have to be really careful on, what I'm talking about. And that just scares me. Like um one thought I had was it's possible we could be entering some sort of major conflict, and that's why they need such tight security for the capital. Yeah, and that's why, the title is the US preparing for war. China, Iran. I've heard that, China's on the borders in Canada and in Mexico. Um and that's the only like kind of logical thing is like we're not hearing anything because they don't want to alarm the public because, you know, shit's about to hit the fan. Mm. Yeah, they must have gotten rid of it. And it's like, go figure. The one post that felt like it kind of explained what's really going on, they got rid of. Like what are the odds of that? Um, New post. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. It really bugs me because it's like I should have taken a screenshot. It's so ridiculous. Someone just posted anyone considering doomsday bunkers, and I know like people have been prepping for a while. Like we've all felt that something, we don't know what something is going to happen. Someone posted an hour ago breaking explosions in Iraq, U.S. airstrikes on PMU units in Iraq. Like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure we've been I'm pretty sure we've been blowing stuff up over in Iraq for a while. I think I might be close to it. Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah. Maybe I'll try and pull this up for everybody. Dun, 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 dun. Give me a minute here. I apologize. I know I've been quiet. I'm usually not this ill prepared, and I apologize that I am, but I just decided to hop on. I didn't want to, because when I'm this stressed, I know that um I babble and I tend not to make sense. But I had to hop on. It's like I was just laying there trying to sleep, trying not to think about this crap. And it's like I just couldn't. I couldn't anymore. What's it by here? Okay. I think I might have it. I did find it on my phone. Oh, and another thing I watched last night, it popped up on YouTube, number one on trending, like out of nowhere. Um, about Kamala Harris and her husband Doug. It's like I have never once seen anything about Mike Pence and his wife, but they were doing this interview, um, about Kamala Harris and his wife. What their family's like, what they like to do, and it's like, gosh, it just seems like that is grooming, if anything, to get us to accept that she's going to be president. And that's what I'm talking about. It's like, what in the F is going on? And I could care less whether Trump is going to be president, if Biden is going to be president, if Kamala is going to be president, if we don't even have a president. I just want to know. I'm tired of the freaking riddles, dude. There's a rabbit hole, like, and I've been all about, digging up info my whole life, and these conspiracies, it's a guilty pleasure. I'll admit that. But this is too much. It's way too much. And I don't know if it's to break us down mentally so we never trust in anything. That's another theory of mine. And we'll get into this Reddit thing quick here. That I've heard a lot of people say that they believe that this whole Trump thing is the Great Awakening, and it's something that's spiritual, okay? And he's God sent. And it hit me last night that, okay, if this is something spiritual, what better way to get us to denounce our faith, to lose faith in everything? If we put so much faith, oh yeah, I seen that about Joe. He's prepping us that he could become ill at any time. Yep. Yeah, I believe if that's what's going to happen, um, if the whole Biden thing is going through, the Biden administration, a few months at tops, and Kamala Harris will be president. But I was just seeing that, or I had this thought that, what better way, if Trump was this godsend to lead us into light, and uncover the darkness, save the children, and if he failed, we put so much faith into man, well then, gosh, it'd be super easy to lose faith in God, because if God sent him, how could God allow Trump to fail? God's plan is perfect. And it really depressed me, because I've tried to have, faith in Trump. I seen it a long time before any of this happened, a long time ago, that there was just something was off about his mission and, what's actually going on. Let me know if the stream's looking good. From what I see, it looks pretty good. Let me know if it sounds all right. Hopefully, I'm not blowing your ears out. Yeah, and hey, I like your attitude. Maybe it will, you know, teach us to trust more in God and in our true instincts and intuition, and less in man. And that's what kind of bugged me about this whole thing. It's like it tells us over and over not to trust in man, and here everyone's putting all their faith into this one man, like to save the world. It's like, eh. And I don't even fully put all my faith. I'm not a Christian. I'm not religious. I believe that there is a power greater than myself. Okay. And I still have trouble putting all my faith into that because, and that's a whole nother story. But I've never felt right putting my trust into man. That's for sure. So let's get into this topic on Reddit here. I just thought it was kind of cool. It seemed, and reading it was what led me to starting this live here. Boom, boom, shakalaka. Um, oh, that's right. I gotta fix that. My bad. My bad. Okay. All right. Hopefully we got this now. Should be able to see it. Yep. All right. All right, so here's why the military is securing Washington, D.C. I see there's at least three most likely outcomes. And this is like the most thing that's made sense for me. I wanted to share it. One, the military is securing the capital due to very real threats of domestic terror rioting. Okay. But then why not come out and address the public about it? Um, the military is securing the capital as a grand gesture of political theater. Okay. This may be tied into a false flag attack. It may just be a stunt to prove that this is a measure of security was necessary to deter deranged right wingers. Okay. Okay. Again, why not address the public? And if it was about theater, why not bring out the big guns? Like they're not in there. They're showing it on TV. The media is showing like they're not even loading magazines. And then three, Trump is making moves behind the scenes. He made the call to secure D.C., which he is the president. He obviously he's the chief and commander, or the commander in chief. Like he brought in these forces, as he still is the president, all in an effort to invoke the Insurrection Act, drop huge evidence of voter fraud conspiracies from politicians and government agencies. And the CON, I have no idea, messages being just distributed today are very real. Personally, I lean somewhere between number 2 and 3. This is the poster saying this. If you're just listening, I entertain the possibility of number 3 because I feel that probably the probability that Donald Trump goes quietly off into the sunset is highly unlikely. And that's the thing. Like, he's not just gonna. I mean, one thing we've learned, like, he's not gonna shut up. He's not gonna let this go. If he concedes at this point, he basically signs his own death warrant. The left will come after him and his family unrelentingly with legal battles, cancels, bans, and physical attacks until the Trumps are purged from the earth. He goes on to say, what do you guys think? One thing's for sure, someone says, I'm calling in sick Wednesday. Yeah, and that's the thing. I've really noticed it's like it's so hard to focus on anything. And I'm glad, during this, that I'm able to just sit at home. And I'm not working right now. I'm technically I'm laid off. Um, because of the winter. I'm a seasonal worker. But how can people work during this? how can you expect people to work and live like you're destroying people, their morals, what we stand for, what we worked for our beautiful country, you know, like um yeah, I've just noticed things that I've been buying are just very cheaply made as of recently. Like whoever's at the desk is not paying attention. Um, I buy these, little frozen burritos that you can cook in the oven or, throw them in the microwave. I grabbed a couple and I noticed like, God, these feel really weak. What's going on? Like cooked them up, went to take a bite, and it was literally just a tortilla. There was no cheese, no meat, no sauce. Some just folded up. So I got screwed out of that. They're not cheap either. And just a few other things, like I can't put my finger on it, but just things that are just, and I don't blame these people. It sucks. It's like, well, I'm spending money for a quality product. Part of me is like, I should reach out to this company and complain. But part of me doesn't care. It's like, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I mean, it does. Our lives matter, but these things, all of this, it's meaningless, really. And I hope that's one thing that we learn from all of this. So let's see if we can get back into the Reddit here. Yeah, so one person said, "Yeah, I'm calling it Sick Wednesday." Someone says, number 3, if Trump has huge evidence of voter fraud / conspiracies, wouldn't he have deployed this to the Supreme Court when he had the chance? Great question. I'll vote that. But then someone else says the Supreme Court chose not to hear the case. Gonna upvote that. That is a fact. They could possibly be corrupt also. Not a Trump supporter here, but I'm a big your entire government is corrupt guy. I'm gonna upvote that. I'm with you, big homie. Uh John Roberts is supposedly into something, blah blah, and it's like I don't know. Military tribunal, end it, Trump card. And it's like, and I really feel like um it's just meant to divide everybody. It's meant to make people unsure of their own thoughts. I feel like, out of all of this, um, the only thing that it's gonna do. Hey, what up, Aaron? Is that how you say your name, Aaron? How you doing tonight? What you up to? What's everyone up to? Let's kind of like. I hate to even talk about it. It's like you can find this info anywhere. Much love to India. How's it going in India? Does India have it together? Are you laughing at America? I feel like if America does crumble, which it certainly feels that way, and the other countries must be looking at us and laughing, but it's like if America crumbles, what are you going to have to watch? We must be so entertaining to the rest of the world. What time is it in India? Take this hat off. 9:07 a.m. I don't even care what my hair looks like anymore. Doesn't matter. 9:07 a.m. Are you getting up for work or what's going on? Have you been a subscriber? Are you getting notified that I'm live or did you stumble across this? And this is, right here chatting with the community is exactly why I do these videos. I don't, typically do these. Um, God, I got a straight up 5 head right now. Like that's a that's not even a faux head. That's a 5 head. Maybe it just looks that way in the camera or from the view. No, I got a 5 head straight up. It's a 5 head. 5 head. I don't even care. What does it matter? It's the end of the world. I feel fine. Yup. I'm your subscriber. Much love, man. I appreciate that. I'm s- I'm s- I'm gonna guess that you subscribed from a Justin Bieber video. Shout out to the Biebs. Y'all love Bieber over in India. Not to say that we don't here in America, but hold on a sec. I knew it. I love Justin, he says. I knew it. What's your favorite Justin song? And that's another thing. I'm waiting for new Justin material. Like I'm sitting here doing these live streams talking about things that I care about, but I'm not passionate about, which you think I would be. It's like our lives are at stake. Like that's what it feels like, and it shouldn't. My room is awesome. I appreciate that. And I try to make it like a studio vibe, the lighting, and it took a while. If you go back, anyone, yeah, anyone's a good track. I did a reaction to anyone. Unfortunately, it got taken down for copyright. But yeah, anyone's a good song. Oh, what's going on? Insert. I'm fixing the. Trying to fix my title. What's really happening? Save. Um. So it's 9:41, and I'm just wondering. Let me try looking this up. Like, how is it we're not at least getting a few more views in here? Like, let's get this bumping. Like, if you're in here, share it. Let's get some more people in here. And that's another thing. Like, yeah, I kind of thought about though. Like, if you're watching a live stream or something that you're watching, like for me, typically, I don't like to share it with my friends because it's like that's my little personal chat room, and I don't want people that I know coming in there and exposing me. I mean, not that I really know anyone, but hey, thanks for the follow on Instagram, man. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Um, let's see here. I'm trying to see if I'm popping up. Okay. So it does pop up in search, I guess. It's seems to be working. Let's see if I type in under live. Yeah, if I type in live for my channel, I'm not popping up. There's like some other really small ones, like they're popping up and I'm just not. No one's awake right now? Like, come on now. Where is everybody? Hello, world. Let's get it. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna hop back into Reddit. Not quite ready to kill the stream yet. Wow, we're already almost at an hour. Crazy. Time flies when you're having fun, right? So yeah, let's hop back into the Reddit. See what we got here. Best. Let's go to askreddit. Hot. Vets of Reddit. Where's pet name? Signs of depression that aren't talked about. Come on, where's some good? If you could see one statistic displayed on every person's head, what would you want it to be? Oh my God. I get this all the time. People who tell others they look tired. Why do you do it? Like, I legitimately get that all the time. It's like, I am. I'm worn out. For real. I don't do this anymore. I told a coworker this one morning when she came in late. It just came out naturally because she looked exhausted. I meant it in a playful way. It turns out she had a miscarriage. Won't be doing that ever again. Wow. That's horrible. This is America. Yeah, I've always just had these bags. I hate this comment. Yeah, actually, the office lady where I work, it said that to me one morning. And I wasn't late or nothing. It's like she just came out all fruity loopy. Like, she obviously had some extra pep in her step, if you know what I'm saying. Like, she was just known for that. And like she just like gets in my face and it's like 6:30 in the morning, still dark out, you know, and like, you look tired. It's like, stop. Go away. I honestly like, and I'm not much of a morning guy. I'm really not. Oh, let's see what's rising. Ooh, that's beautiful. Wow. That's one thing. I'm a big like stone and gem guy. Like, give me a like if you know what I mean. I through my years I collected a lot of nice gems and stones, and when I went through my awakening, if you will, when I lost everything. I lost a lot of that stuff, and it meant a lot to me. I'm really sad that I did. People on social media that don't post anything. I kind of feel like that on YouTube. I don't really post much. I go on there to see what news. I watch live streams. Um, Trying to see what's going on here. Whoa, what up? What up? What up? Your room is awesome, bro. Anyone. I don't know what being going down in DC, but it's almost like they want you to know that way in a few months. Can you rewrite that, Cameron? Hey, I guess I don't understand. I don't know what's been going on down in DC, but it's almost like they want you to know that way in a few months they can rewrite history. It's almost like they don't want you to know that way they can rewrite. Yeah, there's just something, I would swear. This is another thing, you call me crazy. I don't care. But I seen a few posts on Reddit the other day. There were, a few people just were asking the community, like, yeah, they don't want you to know That way in a few months they can rewrite history. Yeah, there's something they're not letting the American people know, and it's like, I guess we gave them the power to make those decisions. Um, but it I cannot stand it. It's like, who are you to play God? Like, if we're going to war, if that's what's going on, I can see if they told people, I mean, we would have every hick stick in the country loading up their Chevy and Fords. Yeah, definitely the six was a trap. And I told my brother that he's a huge Trump supporter. And I told him it was like 3, 4 days before that. I said, watch what's going to happen. I knew it, like, especially with it being a gun free zone. Like, it's just, everything's been calculated. This has been premeditated for years. It's been years in the making. But yeah, if they told everyone that we were going to war, every hick stick in the country would load up their Chevy and Ford trucks, and they would be patrolling the streets, and anybody who didn't look like American would be getting shot. And I get it. You can't alarm people, but give us some freaking peace, man. Like, I and like I said before earlier in the video, or in the stream, this is why I'm doing this, because I can't sleep. I don't know if I should be. It's always good to be prepared, and if you don't have a bug out bag or anything like that, just flashlight ready. Like, I'm boom. I'm ready. A flashlight is minimal, but I have a bag ready in case I need to leave here. It's got, just some essential quick things that I would need to, stay warm, to stay hydrated, to see, just a quick bag. Um, and that's just what I don't know. It's like, you can never be prepared. Um, but then I feel like it's like we've had all these warnings, and it's like to desensitize us from it. Like, okay, when something actually does go down, a lot of people are gonna sit there and be like, "Yeah, right, dude, we've heard it. Shut up." Like, I feel like if I were to go to my neighbors right now and be like, "It's happening. Get ready. We gotta fight." Like, or we gotta go. Like, they would be like, "Dude, eat a sandwich, take a nap. I'm not going anywhere." And it's like, I don't know. It just, it worries me that we've been so worried and run down. Like, um, well, let's see here. Maybe I could pull up the. Yeah, I'll pull up the video on my page so I can watch the comments, and then I'm going to there we go. So I got the comments laid out for us, or for myself, but I'm gonna hop into some more Reddit. Boom. There we go. Memes. People trying to get karma fast. And that's one thing with Reddit I've never really known about. We just filled up over 100 gallons of gas for generators. You and your family did, Cameron? That's really smart. For real. Like, I wish that's one thing, if power goes down, I mean, we got a wood stove to stay warm, but there's no power. We'll be boiling water and stuff like that. Like there would be no electricity. And that's another thing, like I keep seeing warnings about blackout and stuff like that. And that's one thing I wish that I would have done or had more friends and family, like a place that we could meet up if things, hit. Where are we gonna go? What are we gonna do? Let's get together and, because more heads is better than one. Like um, guy that had the Pelosi hard drive. See, this doesn't make sense because I heard that a woman has the computer. Now a guy has the hard drive, and it says Christopher Stanton, a Georgia man charged in the Capitol riot, killed himself with a gunshot to the chest at his home in Alpharetta, Georgia. Medical examiner says. Okay, so he was charged with the Capitol riot. Why wasn't he in jail? They released him right away to go and create more chaos. Like, nothing makes sense. Trump releases new executive order to protect Leo judges, prosecutors, and their families while making direct references to NJ Judge Esther Salas, whose son was killed and husband critically injured after taking on the Bank of Epstein case. Deutsche Bank. What? I don't even know what this is talking about. This Aleister Crowley. The pet food industry. Like, seeing this is like what I'm talking about. Like, you really got to be careful with what you're feeding your brain. I seen this earlier. It's kind of funny though. Antibacterial bacterial wipes, MK Ultra. Someone said, now when you Google it, wipes will come up instead of the CIA program. Thought that was pretty smart right there. The 2,000 troops sworn in. There's so much going on, and it's like it's so hard to really follow everything that's going on. This makes sense. Why isn't the media flipping out? We have 25,000 troops in DC, and the media be like, "Well, what's life like inside a DC militarized zone? This is some North Korea going down here. America has been conquered without firing a single shot." It does make sense. Like, why isn't this being covered? And that's another reason I'm doing this. Like, I know everyone knows about it. I would just like to know more. Let's go back here. Let's see if I can pull up that video I was talking about. Hopefully I won't get copyright strike for doing this. Whoa. Turn on desktop audio. Scene 2. So you're not even going to be able to see it because I don't have it unless I do this. Oops. And I do this. So this is the video I was talking about. Number 6 on trending, Kamala Harris and Douglas Emhoff on breaking new ground. I'll just instead of playing the video, I think I'm gonna go through and kind of just show you the comments. You can look it up for yourself. But I thought this was strange for something that's trending. The number one comment, usually on trending, it shows the number one comment. You know how many likes. For over 1 million views, and number 6 on trending, the top comment has 24 likes. And the comments just don't seem real. It's weird. Someone says, "What's your guys' thoughts on the McRib from McDonald's?" Here's a big comment. I love that Doug isn't it's all good guy. 1.2 thousand likes. Um, this is a 60 minutes interview or a praise session, and that's what I thought too. Like it wasn't even an interview. Like it was like an interview about what? It was just they were talking about their family and like just really giving us an insight of how nice Kamala really is. Um, Welcome to the next 4 years of the media kissing the butts of the government once again. And that's the thing. You can choose to watch that. Uh, who the Cold War? Who really won the Cold War? I don't think we ever did. I think that's what we're in right now, is a Cold War. Most definitely. Most definitely. Let's bring this back here. Yeah. So yeah, let's see what else we got here. Hot on Reddit. Um, I'm trying to find something interesting for us here. I have a feeling the stream is gonna kind of die down now that I've kind of like voiced this stuff vocally, and kind of got it off my chest. Um, yeah, is that what you meant? Was who really won the Cold War? That's what I got from that. I wish I was a gamer or something. It'd be kind of cool to just pop on a game and act like none of this is really happening, and okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're probably in a Cold War, it's all a psyop, dude. Like just super weird. And I mentioned in one of my other streams a few days ago, my brother brought it up, like it could be a tactic to look weak to another country. Make it look like we're in shambles, nobody knows what's going on, um, and keep us in the dark media wise because they are here and they're watching, you know, or they've infiltrated our networks. Um, that could be it. That could very well be it. The art of war. Appear weak when you are strong. Cameron, you tied one on tonight or what? You're just not feeling like typing out stuff correctly. I'm just giving you crap, dude. Like either way, it's all good, man. It's all good, bro. You can check out dank memes. Yeah, let's do that. He says I got big fingers. Hey, man. Like I said, no worries. It's all good, bro. What are you up to? What are you doing? You just tuned into me somehow and got stuck here? Where are you from? All right, let's go to dank memes. My mom typing P into my browser. Piccola pasta meme template. Born up. Okay. That's the thing. Like these younger kids are like the king of memes these days, dude. Like, my girlfriend's ass whenever I see it. Me. Uh, Rapper raps about selling drugs and shooting people. Rapper gets arrested. They're fans. NPC talking about you in a video game. Are you sure he or she is up for the mission? They don't look like much to me. Your character. Men only having four moods: happy, post nut clarity, existential crisis. Jihad with the boys. Okay. I thought this one was funny. I seen it earlier. This is a good one. Gotta upvote that. Her vibrator with 12 speeds. That's a good one. Like, who thought of that? Come on now. Isn't that funny though? I like that one. Like, what's going on? Me finally relaxes after hours of chores. Mom detecting the relaxation molecule in the air. That's so true. Like, just women in general, they know, like, nah, like, there's work to be done, boy. Healthy people, if I accidentally eat a peanut, I will die. Oh my God, that's so scary. All I have to do is eat a peanut and I will die. You lucky son of a bitch. Give a man a fish and feed him for a day. Give a man a poison fish, feed him for the rest of his life. Hmm. I guess I don't understand that one. Gotta upvote that one. U.S. Army, ultra fit high school guy with bad grades. You know, and that's what's funny. Showing the video of the National Guard, like, they could be badasses, but it's like when I see other countries and their show of force, it's like these guys are in straight formation, marching like damn near shaking the ground as they march, and like, and you just see our soldiers just casually, like, not really wanting to be there. They're there because if they don't, they're not going to get paid. Like that, it's like, I don't know, man. Um, yeah, Tilly's dead, right? I don't understand this. Wow, it's horrible. Sorry if someone has done this format before. Get lost in new. Gonna get lost in new. Me with a new format. Yeah, this one's gonna be used over and over and over. What people think I look like when I say I'm a massive heavy metal fan, what I actually look like is a massive heavy metal fan. Moms, according to Disney, birds have separated eyes so they can watch out for danger in all directions. Owls. Okay. Like, when your best friend is banging your crush, but he agrees to send you her nudes. Deal. Okay. So ridiculous. You have a stomach ache and you finally find that perfect lying position where it doesn't hurt that much. I like that one. It's good. That's the thing though. Like these are funny and whatnot. Like I can't get into it. It's like it doesn't. There's something off. Something significantly off. I don't know. Maybe I'll go and try to watch a movie. This doesn't seem to be taking off. I guess not. There's not as many people that care about what's going on um, as much as I do. I guess everyone else has it figured out, or it just doesn't matter, which I'm fine with. It doesn't really matter. Oh, we got another person in the room. What up? State your name and your business. What's got you up at this time of night? What time is it where you're at? Yeah, I got to mine off thing. Those fingers are getting in the way again there, Cameron. Text to speech, my brother. Text to speech could save you. You never know what you're going to type, especially on live chat, man. You never know. Never know what you're going to say. You got to start using that text to speech, brother. From Iowa. What up, Neo? What's going on in Iowa? You're a fan of Slipknot, correct? I am. Des Moines, Iowa. I've only been to Iowa once. I'll probably never go back. It's I'm just gonna say it. Nothing against you. It's worse than Minnesota, bro. I thought Minnesota had nothing. Sometimes got to get your mind off things. Yeah, that's very true. Seriously, I mean, I actually got stranded in Iowa, Neo, and man, I tell you what, like um God, where was it? I had to take a bus from Des Moines to get back to Minnesota. Um I was still in some like off town, dude, and I gotta look that up to figure out where it was. But I stayed in this hotel that was like this medieval dragon hotel. Like it was the creepiest thing. Uh, I'm gonna find it. Oh man, don't tell me the city never existed. Wouldn't that be creepy? Wherever I was didn't even exist. Yeah, I can never remember the name of it, and you would think it was burned into my mind. I mean, I'll never forget that place. What it smelled like, what it felt like. Um, my car ended up breaking down, and it was a horrible experience. was it called? I'm literally looking up every city. Wow, I'm from Des Moines. Never heard of that motel, but I'm sure it exists. And yeah, I love Slipknot. Rock on, brother. What's going down in Des Moines? You guys locked down? Um, no, the hotel wasn't in Des Moines. Um, I'd made my way to Des Moines after I stayed. You know, my car broke down at night. Um, and then I'd made my way to Des Moines to take the bus. I am not finding it. Doesn't help that I don't know the name of it. I know if I seen the name of it again, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Wow. I feel like it started with an L. Not Lincoln. It's like something Ville or something. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, well, I'm glad you're not on lockdown. We're not really here in Minnesota either. But definitely something big is gonna happen, and like the whole world's watching. The whole world, dude. Like, and I feel like that's what they want. Like Muscatine, that's what it was. Muscatine, Iowa, dude. Tell me that there's not something weird going on in Muscatine. Tell me there's something. Just, dude, there's something off. He says definitely. Definitely about what's gonna happen, or definitely about Muscatine. Like, dude, my car got broke down. My car broke down at like 3 in the morning in Muscatine. I wasn't even like sure where I was going, and I was stuck in Muscatine. Got picked up by a local sheriff, and dude, like things were just strange. I went to this. He dropped me off at this motel, like, and it was just this. It had this like medieval vibe to it, like it was something from The Shining, dude. And I'm not even kidding. Like the walls were painted blood red. There was dragon statues, like. And once I got my room, um, the radio in the room, the alarm clock, like started like going off randomly, like playing this talk radio. And I even unplugged it. And after I unplugged it, it didn't play the radio anymore, but it like started like clicking and making. Dude, it was just I couldn't wait to get out of there. Like I hoofed it from there, trying to find the bus station the next day. Then the bus station took me to Iowa, and I had like a 5 hour layover. And where the bus station is in Iowa, there was nothing except for like a pub across the road. And I went and got a pizza, and like I was laying on the floor at the bus station, and it's just run down. Like, man. And that's when I learned to stay my ass just where I'm at. Like, and that's one thing. Like, yeah, right. That's one thing. I I have I have the outline of Minnesota tattooed on my back, because like uh, one day I want to be able to say that Minnesota's behind me. But it's like a damn box. You've never heard about that Muscatine, but sounds crazy as dude. I swear it's a fake made up town, dude. I swear it was like I couldn't help but think that I was just in a movie, like, and wherever I was just it was created in that moment. Like, dude, the officer, like, he didn't even look like a real officer, dude. He looked like someone that just had a police car. The police car, like, wasn't even legit. Like, he had full on beard and like tattoos, dude. Like, I was like sketched out to even be riding with him, dude. I'm like, this guy, he just dressed as a cop, but he's gonna throw the law down. Was this in October? No. Why do you ask? Laundering town? Who knows, man? Who knows? It was strange, but I couldn't wait to get out of there. It was not good. But yeah, I've just every time I've tried to leave this state, something happens. I break down, I get railroaded, sidetracked, like, and I always end up back here. It's the weirdest thing. Like, just meant to stay in this box, dude. Halloween? No. It was not in Halloween. No, it was not Halloween. It was during the fall though, if I remember right, because it was kind of chilly. Yeah, it was kind of chilly. Yeah, it was strange how I ended up breaking down there and having to hoof my ass back home. Like, I remember like growing up and loving Slipknot, and I was like, God, I want to see where they're from, and like I wasn't even able to enjoy it. Like, I was just so tired and like just broken down. Like, it lost my vehicle, had to go back home, and like spent my last money on a ticket. Like, man, it was really strange. I was just like, damn, never thought this would be my experience in Des Moines. It is what it is, though. Like, meant to deal and see those things in certain times for certain reasons. Yeah, it did suck. I feel like I keep asking this and not getting answers, but what are y'all up to? Obviously, nothing if you're sitting here watching me rant. Like, how is this interesting? But maybe you're just like me and you're here to just talk to somebody. And that's why I do this. Like, I want to create, get this live chat and communicate with viewers, and man, cuz I have no one to talk to about this stuff. If I yeah, and I don't really use Facebook, but if I put anything on Facebook about any of this, no one's going to say anything. They're just as confused, like they're so stuck into, their Friday nights being at the bar and working during the week and just looking forward to the weekend to drink. And now that that's kind of been disrupted, they're really confused, and I feel like I should be helping them, but then part of me is like, welcome to my world, welcome to the dark side. Man, we're an hour and 30 into this. Yeah, I just found out that you can only do 8 hours of streaming on YouTube. I was like, I was gonna go for like this world record, and like, you ever see those streams where like people just literally have their stream on while they're sleeping and stuff? It's like, that's creepy, dude. Looking for answers. I have no social media. I don't want it. No, man, I hear you there, for sure, dude. Flipping through between other channels talking about what about to happen in DC. Are other channels doing better than I am? Like, you just found mine looking up DC and the search, or what? Yeah, I wish I had the answers for everybody. Like, and part of me doing this just to reach out, like, if this is the last communication we have, who knows? We could all of a sudden, like wake up tomorrow and all our screens start to look like where is it? We could wake up tomorrow and all our screens start to look like this. You never know. Like, you just wake up and you see a bunch of stupid colors on your TV and on your phone. Like, what are you going to do? You just hear a voice. Your normal broadcast will not be happening today. Please stay calm. Rest assured that we are in control. Welcome to the New World Order. You are not allowed to leave your home. Please stay indoors. Lock all doors. Close windows. Shut your blinds. Leave your guns outside. Armed personnel will be arriving shortly to escort you to a facility where you will be marked and transferred to a detention center. Oh, I'm sorry. Stupid. Why would I say that? If I had to guess, they're prepping for a round 2. Right. There's others I've been watching since it started. I just feel like whatever is going to happen has a huge impact on my kid's future. No, yeah, that's another big thing. Started stocking food and loading guns. I live in a country in Alabama. Come and get it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think a lot of people like, and that's where, I've just tried to stay as calm as possible about this. But it's like, I feel like, most of my life, I was running around with no direction, just being unproductive in society. In these last, like 2-3 years, I feel like I've finally been a contribution and got my head on right. I got sober, and I feel like I'm trying to do the right thing. And like I started this channel, trying to find my place, in the future. And it's like, now you're gonna do this. Now I'm going to worry that communications and social media is going to be shut down when I finally just started. I finally made up my mind to show my face to the world. Like, just my luck. That would be my luck. Originally, I subbed to your channel from a reaction video, saw the title of your stream, and it caught my attention. Right on. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. I'm assuming it was probably a grandchild. I feel like now that I see your name, maybe a grandchild video. Or was it the 5-finger death punch? One of those two. I'm just assuming. You had commented. And I think you had a big long comment. It was on the 5-finger death punch, Neo. Neo the one. Yep. I'm almost positive. I'm like 80% positive that was you. Maybe you don't even remember. I always like, catching up, because I feel like, when I do the reaction videos and, the post comments, I do remember, see? And that's one thing that's nice. Glad to meet you again, brother. That's one thing that I like about, being a small channel now is I'm able to kind of keep track of people. I do pay attention, and I try to comment to every or reply to every comment. But like the post comments after I upload a video, it's just not, I try to take my time, but it's like, I'll wake up after the night of uploading it, and I've got like 30 new comments, and I'm just going through them all in the morning while I'm sitting on the shitter, and trying to reply to everybody. Um, does that make it more special now, knowing that I was replying to you while I was on the shitter? But no, like, doing this now, and it's like, it just feels more surreal. Like we're actually communicating. You're here with me, versus me just replying, later on whenever I have a chance to. Like, no, I'm glad you came back. I'm glad you subscribed to, like, and that's the reaction videos. I kind of tried to step away from that because I'm trying to build up. In doing those videos, you gain subscribers, like, you know, they just fly in. People love reactions, but they're taking that away from us. Copyright's getting crazy. Um, and that's so I hit my 1,000 mark, my 1,000 subscribers, had my 4,000 watch hours. You need those two things to get monetized. And right as I hit that, I was right on the threshold. They hit me with a copyright strike, and they deleted that video. And it was a big video, and I lost. I had to delete the 5 finger death punch video. Actually, um, they came after me. It's like, what? You guys of all people, like, you think you'd be about, like, freedom, like, and I don't feel like I, like, ripped off their video. Like, I probably could have done a better reaction. Maybe if I would have done a better reaction, they would have let me keep it. But yeah, so I lost, like, all that watch time. So now I'm at 1,000 plus subscribers, but I lost all that watch time. So it's nice you guys are contributing watching this, because now this helps watch time. Do you do many live streams? It's the first one I've seen. This whole thing has taken up a lot of my time trying to figure out what's happening next. This past week, I've done a few. I ended up deleting them because, like, the first one, it was all skippy and laggy. I didn't have this figured out. I just been trying it. I uploaded one the other day. I finally kept that one. And the live streams are weird because it's like, how many people are going to come back and want to watch this after it's ended? I think most people watch because they're able to comment live. I don't know. Maybe people just want to hear someone talk. But yeah, my plan is to do live streams, more often, and kind of get familiar with people. Like, it gives me a chance to feel like I'm talking to someone. Like, I really enjoy this. Like, especially now that I know that we've talked before, and it's like, dude, what up, bro? Like, I feel like I know you. We've had conversation before. This isn't our first time meeting. But I plan, like, I'm hoping that artists will come up with albums, or songs at least, and I can listen to them live and have people show up and kind of, like, and then that way, instead of just leaving your comment and someone replying, that you can talk to someone live about it and give your opinion, and I can voice back. You thought this was a video? Yeah, the thumbnail, like, that's I don't know if I'm gonna keep the thumbnail. It just, I figured, the colors and the cartoon, and just trying things out, like, seeing what gets people's attention, and it obviously caught you two. Like, I have big plans, and I don't want to voice them, publicly. What I really plan on doing with this, but I would like to, start doing podcasts, and at least, like, once a week. I tried, the first one I did, like, a late night thing, like I am now on a Friday night, but, like, I was just gabbing to myself, no one, and that was the one that kind of skipped and lagged because the rest of the household was on the internet at the time. So it's like, I think everyone's sleeping right now, so I'm able to upload this, or keep a decent bit rate so the stream looks healthy, like, and then I did, like, an early morning one. I wanted to do, like, chat and coffee before people go to work type, because I've always enjoyed talk radio, and I feel like, especially where I'm living now, like, the talk radio here, it's like this kiddie PG-13. Like it's really lame. Like it, I yeah, I used to live in Minneapolis. So they had this, it was 93X, a rock station called the Half Ass Morning Show. And these guys were like, they had funny bits and stuff like that. And I feel like once I get more people in here and we're able to communicate, I'll be more comfortable versus, like when you're sitting here trying to do a live stream and you're just babbling to yourself. Um, but yeah, I try to put work in. And that's the thing. Like tonight, I just kind of hopped on because I was laying in bed really bored with these questions in my head. But my plan is, I don't know if you can see this if I hold this up. My plan is to I really kind of have like a blueprint of what I'm gonna do each segment, and I've already done these ones. I took them down. Like, here's my other one. But yeah. So I just kind of have an outline of what I want to talk about each like podcast, and get people in, give topics, and not just sit here and wait for people to show up. Like, so I plan to start each podcast with you know a mission. You know, you can what you would have to do is when you subscribe, you have to hit all notifications on the page itself. So then you get notified when I go live and everything. Um it's not like one thing Facebook has down, like if you watch on Facebook, if you watch a live video, you like automatically get subscribed to it. Facebook sees that you watched it. Like if you tune in for more than like 2 minutes, it'll automatically subscribe you to their notifications, and every time that person goes live, then it like literally hits you up. um but I started with my first couple. I put out god, I start talking and I get like buh. But I put out like you can schedule your live stream, so I could put out the schedule, and you would see that in so many hours I would be going live. But it's like, yo, later, Cameron. I appreciate you stopping by. Stay safe, big homie. And, like, I think either way, we're going to end up on the better side of this thing. Like, you take care, man, if you're still here. Peace. I think, Neo, you're still here. It shows that got a few people in here. I don't know who the other person is. Just lurking. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best time when, my viewers or subscribers or whoever wants to watch this. And I think it's going to come with time once more people know that I'm doing this. But, I kind of wanted to come up with in chat, figure out when most people would want to watch. Um, but, kind of figure out a time. I think the best time for me, just for a healthy stream and to get the best quality, is going to be early mornings. But I don't know if I should do it like on the weekends or during the week, because it's like people got to get ready for work, but then I want to give them something to listen to while they get ready for work. They don't necessarily need to see my face, but it would give them a face to watch. If they're sitting on the shitter or whatever, and then give them chat to reply to. Because like I said, I think I deleted it though. I was saying I missed like the old radio talk shows. Like the big thing is you could call in and like request a song, hear your voice on the radio, um or just you see the reaction of the host live. Sending out a notification a few hours before would be maybe a better way to go until you build up your base. That's a very good point, Neil, for sure. Like I I I thought about it and it's like, I'll just go live, and like hopefully people are on and they'll stumble across the title. Um but yeah, I think letting people know so they can prepare. Yeah, I think a big thing with not getting anyone in, I mean, it is Monday night. As much as the pandemic is happening, I think people they're so worn out anyways, like everything else they've been viewing all day, looking at what's happening. Are you working right now, Neil, or are you laid off? What's up? You work nights? I don't know if you were tuned in at the time, but I'm laid off right now. It's winter, so ain't no work for me. I end up not getting unemployment. So that's why I'm like I got screwed out of unemployment. But I'm really trying to like push this and kind of get this going like a full-time thing. One, because I invested a lot of time and energy and money into it, but two, like um I plan to go back to work during the summer, but and then like do this on the weekends, kind of like recap my week and catch up with people, like end of the week uh hangout type thing. But yeah, I would like to get this going so during the winter yeah, I can have, that side hustle. You got to have a side hustle. Cuz if you don't, like, what are you doing? Um so let's see. Trying to see. So it does say I'm live. Okay. Trying to see what other lives are going on right now. There's a few, but there's really not anyone like the big one right now is Bloomberg Global Financial News. Everyone's worried about their money. There's only 1,000 watching that. Um, there's a creepy pasta live stream. Scary stories to relax, study to. 500 watching that. Yeah, so maybe Monday night probably isn't the best time, like to be posting a video. Yeah, because there's a Japan News 2.6 watching that. There's a I manage a hardware store. In between that, just spend time with the kids and try to catch whatever important info I can about everything happening. I feel you, man, dude. So you're a family man. That's good, dude. You work at a hardware store, so if stuff hits the fan, like you're gonna have somewhere to like go and get your tools and like the movie Equalizer. You ever seen that? You work at that hardware store, you go and get yourself, all the tools you need. It's a good gig to have. At least you're working, man. Yeah, there's from what I'm seeing, there really isn't many live streams even happening right now, which could also be a good thing. You would think, if I'm doing live stream when no one else really is, like, because I always hate that when I'm looking for stuff to watch and there's just nothing. It's like it feels like everybody does their shows and their videos on the same day, and it's like you get all your entertainment in one day, and then you have nothing to watch those other days. And I feel like now is a really good time to be doing this because a lot of people are losing hope. Like, is it worth it? Scary times, man. I wish we could have got more people in here and like really debated, like, because I mean, that's how we're gonna spread the information. When you get more people in here, and you get all walks of life letting you know what they learned and stuff like that. Because I mean, I do a lot of research. Like I said, trying to, yeah, I didn't prepare for this one. I seen a lot of things today, but let's see if I go back into end this off, maybe see if there's anything new. Breaking news: election cheating video, Michigan. Could pull that up if you guys want to see that. Let's watch that. Oh, that's not a video. Maybe this is the video.
Counts, because if we don't have the counts, then we can't move forward. And we understand that there is a concern with this precinct, but this is not a time for you to be investigating right now.
Did you
this
find
is a
something
time
else?
for you. No. So you need to move forward with the audit so we can get the numbers, so we can see how many ballots are here.
But wait, okay, so when we're done with the audit, there is still the opportunity to challenge the fact that we have multiple ballots with the very same signature.
I don't know if you can hear the audio or not. Hopefully it's working.
I don't know if challenge is the right word, but until we
We're
get
challenging.
We'll go ahead and count the ballots.
right,
Keep going forward,
we need you to move forward.
but we will separate out and count those and add those in. But there's going to be an asterisk saying these ballots have the same thing.
And again, we know that you have a concern with this precinct, and as soon when you get done with the audit part of it, not an investigation, not counting. That's not your role right now, this very minute. So what I need you to do is complete the audit so we can get a number of how many ballots were in this can.
I feel like they let this happen. Like,
okay. So what I need for you guys to do right now
let
is
the
to finish
screwery
audit
or fuckery happen.
Where the ballot are in.
And
that is not the process.
like,
right now.
who's
The process right
videoing
now is
this?
For you to put them in the piles where they belong, and for the presidential vote, and count the presidential votes. We understand that there is possibly an issue with this precinct. We understand that. But what I need for you to do right now is to finish the presidential
Just count them,
race audit,
let it
not
happen,
separate them out.
and it's
and
not
then
our
move forward
job.
from
It's
there.
going to
Okay,
be
but I need you to
the
continue
military's
process
job
right
to
now.
go through this, the investigators.
Issues with counting ballots and making it valid.
I understand, but until we get it counted.
But then again, like, are these counters going to be held accountable?
We need that piece done first.
You know,
We
like,
need
for
the
not
audit
doing their
piece done
job.
first, because that's why we're here, and we will look at the numbers. Okay,
So, like, I see the concern.
and I understand that there may be an issue, and I understand your concerns. So if we can complete the audit piece right now, then we can move forward. Okay, thank you.
It's messed up. For real. Yeah, for sure. Like, I see what you're saying, Neo. Like, definitely send out notifications. Like, gotta let people know what's going on. What's going on with Europe? Angela, that's another thing. Like, governments all around the globe are now resigning. I mean, what is up with that? I mean, do they see that the U.S. is crumbling? Because if we crumble, I mean, in reality, if we crumble, other economies are going to crumble. I mean, it's a domino effect. Angela Merkel, resigned. The person that was to replace her resigned. The whole government of the Netherlands resigned. Italy's government is on the brink of collapse. The prime minister of Estonia resigned. The Russian government under Putin resigned, all within the last week. I did not know all that. Um, Here's hoping all of ours resign as well. Boom. Love that. Don't need all of them when we're moving on to the one world government. Hey, there is a great thought. My thoughts exactly. Gonna get rough any moment now. Welcome to the New World Order. I've been saying this for years. Gosh, and I should save it for another segment, but I've been getting emails. They're bringing in the new social system. Yep. You got it. You got it, man. Reminds me of this time last year. Remember when all the CEOs resigned before COVID hit? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, and nothing came of that. Things just continued to work normally. Fake alien invasion. I don't really believe that. I really don't. I think if they're here, they're already here, and they're just working amongst us, waiting for us to um, delete each other. That's another thing I've seen is like someone mentioned, what if um, the COVID-19, it's called novel because it's not from this planet and they brought it here. I don't remember exactly what it kind of made sense though. I honestly think this is what we need to unite everyone. Yeah. It does seem similar, but early yet. Some of them seem to have legit reasons, though. The Netherlands seems weak. If it spreads further, it could get very suspicious. I agree. Never too early to be on the lookout, though. Putin's government didn't resign. Someone posted. Okay. It says right here Russian government resigns as Vladimir Putin plans future. I don't know how credible that source is. China probably doesn't have access to BBC. David Goldberg said that Trump would have to proclaim himself to be king of Israel. He acknowledged that it sounded impossible, but would be a highly symbolic thing that was required to move forward. So do you think if Project Bluebeam aliens wanted to speak to Earth's leader, Donald Trump would say he is in charge of this planet? Yes, I know this is way out there. I believe CV was just a way to make the system last. Lockdown over 60% of small businesses went bankrupt, which is the backbone of the economy. No, and that's very well true. I mean, and it seems weird that now that President-elect Biden is supposed to be inaugurated within the next day. The next day now. Um, I've seen that Governor Cuomo from New York already said that lockdowns don't work. We got to get things back open. I have a feeling like if it does roll out into this new presidency and Biden is president, I feel like the COVID's just going to kind of go away. I don't know. I could be wrong. Europe politics is highly complicated. They design their own graveyards, so no one is really surprised that more and more politicians resign. If I'm not mistaken, the Russian one happened, I believe, last year. Merkel is stepping down after this term. She's been planning to do so since 2018. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Just another dead end. Like Donald Trump pardon prediction. Trump is expected to grant over 100 pardons, and yeah, that's what's out. Like tomorrow, he's gonna just start pardoning people. Like the predictions people have. Let's see. Tiger King 100%. Wow. Scranton Strangler. Wheezy F baby. Young Moolah babe. Yeah, I did see something about that. And no one has Julian Assange. Okay. Bill Cosby. You never know, man. You never know. It would be a bit of a slap in the face to pardon Julian, but it wouldn't surprise me. There are parts I like about him, but parts I absolutely despise and remind me that he's still a rich man who doesn't get it. He never had to live a life where the private jet isn't there. If I were him, I'd pardon everyone I could that wasn't horrible. No matter who he does, they'll complain. So might as well pardon everyone. Just yeah, okay. It's only individuals that can pay $2 million. The My Pillow guy, not Kyle. He committed state crimes, so yeah, you can't. Um, Lil Wayne, but why Lil Wayne? Like, it makes no sense. Michael J. Fox, Joe Biden. This is Meta Genius, by the way. I knew an Ontario nomad who retired, excited with his wings. Apparently, this is very rare. Stand up guy. Ghislaine Maxwell for sure will get a pardon. She has too much dirt. Prince Andrew, Melania and the kids. Hmm. Yo, later, Neo. You have a good night, homie. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'm probably won't be on here too much longer. You have a good night. You stay safe. And Godspeed, brother. Come back anytime. Yeah, what happened to the Obamagate declassification? Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I seen that Parshler reappears and just said, "Hello, world. Is this thing on?" or something like that. Here's a crazy conspiracy. Nothing is going to happen during the inauguration. And that's another big thing. I feel like nothing at all. Nothing at all is going to happen. It's just like we get ramped up and we wear our minds down and then nothing happens and we sit there just scratching our head like what? What? Like it's just meant to make us feel stupid, like now normality becomes a conspiracy theory. Yep. I agree. My family is always telling me about prophecies. People are giving about all this crazy stuff. Well, I told them I have a prophecy of my own. Biden will be inaugurated and be the president. The storm will never come. Nothing crazy will happen during the inauguration other than a protest. The vaccine will not be some kind of crazy mind control mark of the beast thing. The Dems will not destroy democracy or give the country over to China. The world will not end anytime soon. The blackout / martial law / 10 days of darkness thing will not happen. Let's see how my prophecy plays out. Don't get me wrong, crazy things are happening, but some of this stuff people are afraid of is just straight up misinformation and speculation. Hey, that hits the truth, man. That gets my upvote. I mean, that's what it feels like. Neo Theon. Later, man. Take care. I'm going to say your prophecy is going to be 100% true. It's rooted in reality. Most definitely. Trust the fucking plan. Yeah. It just I feel like it's meant to make everybody who believed in this look really stupid. So like after this, when nothing happens, if you ever bring up a conspiracy, everyone's gonna be like, just shut up. Stop it. No, you're crazy. Don't. That's what I'm putting my bets on. Um, Too bad it's a virtual, or else we would have to see the largest turnout for an inauguration ever. Even more people than at the Bahamas, right? Yeah, possibly. Here's another one. Cellular and internet shutdown coming. Saw another similar post here, so reposting from another sub, a source that works at the Y12 National. And that's the thing. Everybody knows somebody that works here or there that they heard prepare for this blackout. I've heard this so many times. I mean, so many times. This blackout. It's coming. It's coming. Isn't today Monday? I'm confused. Yeah. Uh, Yeah, I think I'm done with this whole researching thing. It just reminds me how deep the rabbit hole goes. And once you get in, you can't leave until you literally rewire your brain and just decide to walk away. Like it's crazy. The craziness that comes from all this. So anyone that tuned in, I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for giving me some chat. If you're watching this later on, I hope that you tune in at another time, and that we can see you on the other side of this. I believe that for the most part, all of us will be here. Unless someone decides to act out and do some crazy, stupid stuff. Like um, you just never know. And I feel like that's why I had to get up and create this live. Is I wanted to reach out, and I'm so glad that some of you were able to share this night with me. And definitely it puts my mind at ease, just knowing that there's others that are feeling the same. And that's mainly why I do this, to give a voice to people, so they're not just scrolling the internet endlessly and never finding closure. And I wish I could have brought maybe more closure to this, but the truth is, no one knows what's going to happen. We just got to patiently sit this out. I don't think anything we can do will change what's going to happen. We can only adapt and move on from it, learn from the experience. And I think no matter what, our natural instinct is to survive. And if you follow that instinct, you're gonna make it through this. Don't worry. We got this. No matter what, folks. So with that, like always, stay safe, do something productive, and as always, Godspeed.